What's going on? This is your boy SB. So yes, you've read the thumbnail correct. SB, your local YouTuber, the small guy, the one who hides his subscribers. He is declaring a national emergency. You like, what are you talking about right now? Now listen, so this is another part of the page that I'm bringing. We've talked about it in other videos, how this issue of what's going on in our country is bigger than Amazon. With Amazon, we are facing new times. Like, this is new. Prime Day being the same as every other day for a lot of different buildings out there. That's new. How I've been talking about where Amazon is going and the projections that I see for Amazon having its worst peak season, that's new. But that's only Amazon. How I talked about how you have, how AMs were shacking up so they can be able to live comfortable. We've kind of been basing everything with Amazon, but I've always said this is bigger than Amazon. And it's not just Amazonians that's being affected. Yes, we in the warehouse, they're like, we used to have 2 tasks. Now you got 22 tasks. And there's just you. Okay, I got 23 things to do now. Okay, who else is with me? Who else you got with me? AM, nobody, just you. We're running a little lean. You can do it. You got this. Keep going. You got it. It's like, okay. But the same way there's pressure being put on us in the workplace, is pressure put on all of us in reality outside of work. We're all feeling what's going on. So some of the reasons why I say this is a national emergency. Well, first off, what we've been following with all these companies are just dropping and dropping and dropping, layoffs and layoffs and layoffs. All this stuff is going to have an effect. Not right now immediately, but for a lot of people, it is affecting them right now immediately. But more and more companies, as they're losing more and more money, are going to lay off more and more people. So that right there, right? Then we have the national rent increase that's been going through the roof all over America. So I'm in Arizona. We have no rent cap. It's been some places out here, they've seen 40, 50% rent increase from last year. That's insane. And it's legal out here. They can do that. There's no rent cap. But this is going on in Florida. This is going on in all over the nation. Every state's different because there's some states that do have the cap where they can only raise it up a percentage that year, but it's still being raised. But this was something I was talking about 4 or 5 months ago, but I was only really talking about it to the Amazonians. But now I want us to focus and to broaden our scope. Like, oh snaps, we're zoomed into Amazon on the channel, but we're going to zoom out a little bit from an Amazon perspective. Like, yo, okay, it ain't just, it's this whole world's going crazy right now. So not just with the rent increases, something we've all felt and we're all feeling right now. I'm feeling all this. The food increase, which is taking place, gas increase, which is taking place, and then they talk about food shortages, which is taking place. And on top of that, homelessness has been skyrocketing all over the place. Used car prices shooting through the roof. So many people on different programs to try to get housing assistance to get assistance to get in the house. So what was it, Rhode Island? They had like 25,000 people on a list to try to get into housing, and the wait was like 2-3 years. It's like, yo, all this stuff going on, not to even mention house rates going up, all these houses now being built, but people can't afford them. What I'm saying and what I've been saying, this is a national emergency. What is the definition of a national emergency? What is a national emergency? So it's something that the government declares, right? But something, it says like a state of emergency resulting from a danger or a threat of danger to a nation from a foreign or domestic source, usually declared to be in existence by a governmental authority. I'm no governmental authority, but I'm declaring a national emergency. Why do I say that? Besides there even being 8 million people, renters who are behind on their rent, all these different things, right? I don't see any proactiveness taking place. Like, there has to be something in place for everything is crumbling right now. And there's no proactiveness being taking place on the surface, what we can see. When it came to that time where everything was closed down, they were giving out this. Okay, this is for this. This is for this. This is for this. Ain't nothing being given out this time. And we all feeling this. Another area that hasn't really been touched on, like I just said, the homelessness. It's going crazy. But there was just a story that I seen where a group of people bought a plot of land and they were trying to like do something to help the homelessness in their area. The state came in, closed it down. And it's like, okay, see, this is what do we do? If the government's not doing anything, right? We all now finally, everyone sees and foresees what's going to happen. We've been talking about that over here. We've been seeing it. Shout out to the subscribers who's been over here and know we've been seeing it. But now, since mainstream is talking about everything going on, everyone else is seeing it, right? So there's so many people trying to be proactive, trying to help people. And there's literally states in their local areas coming in, shutting it down. This is going to fall. If no one does anything at the rate we're going, we cannot sustain this as a country. Also, all those people that's behind their rents, right? It's been people who's been behind their rents. Why? Because they had like what's it called? The moratorium, where it would keep you from getting evicted. Everybody had different feelings on that. Cool. But the facts are that was in place. That was taken back in a lot of places. I think there's still a few where they're allowing people to still be behind their rent. But what about if that gets removed for everyone? We are set up for failure. We are set up to not sustain what the heaviness. It's like a table. You ever seen them plastic chairs at the family get the gatherings? And the little flimsy plastic ones, the white ones. And you ever seen like your uncle or somebody? You know what I mean? It's like, don't sit there. Like, don't sit on that. You know what I mean? It's like chairs everywhere that are stable and benches, all that stuff. And then there's like that one chair that's like, why somebody even bring that? You feel me? Like, you setting somebody up. There gotta be a camera because they want to see the chair break. It's like a flimsy chair, right? And then you got like the family member who they know they probably shouldn't sit on that chair. You feel me? But they're like, yo, they gonna sit on the chair. As they're getting their stuff ready to sit on that chair, you looking, they shouldn't sit on that chair. You feel me? If I'm the only one, forgive me. But it's like, they shouldn't sit on that chair. That's what I'm seeing right now. Get up. Don't sit on this chair, America. All this weight. And then they sit on the chair. You hear it cracking. And it's like, yo, one wrong move, this chair is going to break. We are at that point. Am I tripping? Is that a wrong analogy to think like the chair is going to break? It's too much pressure. It's too much on the chair in our country to sustain for this to go on. How long? How long is this going to sustain? Am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping, because I was talking about this months ago and look where we are now. This is a national emergency declared by you and yours, the little small YouTuber guy in the corner of YouTube, SB. What do we do? Especially, like I said, with them I don't think they're going to declare this until it's too late. Maybe once it gets out of hand. Because, another thing that I'm going to talk about as well, that's a part of me establishing the state of emergency: crime. That's very important. Listen, when people can't afford food, when people can't, especially food, right there alone, we got bills. People can't pay their bills. There's people who, they lose an apartment, boom, 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 they're in the street. But when you can't afford to feed yourself, and you can't afford to feed your family, people, SB subscribers, listen, my fam, that is when it's going to get wild. Crime is going to skyrocket. It's already skyrocketing. People being robbed in broad daylight. Stores being robbed in broad daylight. Why is that? Why is this going to continue to increase? If people are hungry, if people need it, they don't have it, they're going to take it. Starting in the urban areas, where crime has been skyrocketing there since since the whole close down of everything. It's been skyrocketing there. You don't think, and see, this is the thing. So many people have always tried to be like, oh, yeah, that's the hood. You feel me? The hood. All right, cool. As long as it stays there, well, we straight. We gonna stay in the suburbs. We'll watch. You feel me? Like, man, they over there killing themselves again. Well, that sucks for them. Oh, you see, but now the tables are gonna turn, because there's not gonna be no food. When the whole hood is hungry, it was just certain people in the hood that was hungry. It was just certain wolves, so they would just rob each other in the hood. Oh, but when the whole hood is hungry, where they gonna go? Mr. Suburb, where they gonna go? Mr. Porsche, Mr. Mercedes, Mr. Look Down on the Poor, they coming for you. Oh yeah, it's gonna get serious out here. And why do I say that? Because it's already happening now. And it's not much preventive things taking place. What can they do? That's a question. That's one question for everybody. What can be done at this point? When it came to the shutdown, they were just handing out money. I don't think that can be done now. Look at all the debt we're in. What is that? What would that do to inflation? Won't that make it go up even? Like, there's this, it just seems like we have ran out of options. Like, we've run out of resource. It seems like, that's just my opinion. You feel me? Like, I'm not a economist or nothing like that. This is just from a random guy on YouTube on the corner. You feel me? SB, what's going on? Looking at Earth right now, looking at our country, and this is not new though. I've been talking about this for 4 months, but I've always just kept it in Amazon. But during this whole time, I would always look at the whole country like, this is taking place everywhere. So I declared national emergency. I've been telling y'all what to do. Go, try to stack up, try to pay down your debt, try to have some sort of emergency fund, because this doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon at all. Now, like I said in prior videos, in those videos, people were like, oh, you're crazy, you're tripping, but now that mainstream media is saying the same thing, now everybody believes it. But what do we do from here? This is going to be serious. And like I said, I still believe we're still in the entry. We've walked through the door. Everybody feels it. Remember a few videos, what was it, like 2 months ago? I was like, oh, you're going to feel this. The whole shutdown, everybody didn't feel that. There was, you still, you can still be safe. No, you feel this. You feel it. You feel it. I feel it. I know you feel it. You feel me? So like I said, this is going to be another part of the channel because I follow different stories. Even when I got my house built, right? That's what kind of made me start to look at everything, because I was watching prices over here on houses, prices over here. But while my house is being built, I started seeing the equity go up 10,000. You feel me? Every 3 weeks. It's like, whoa, is this normal? And then I'll start looking throughout the country. Yo, this is, oh, wow, this is going on over here. Oh, whoa, this is going on over here. So that's when I kind of started looking at it myself and was like, yo, does anybody else see what's going on out here in our country? As we talk about Amazon, we're still going to zoom out. Like, yo, this isn't just affecting Amazon. We're all getting affected throughout this country. But anyways, it's your boy SB. I declare this a national emergency. If you have not been aware of what's taking place in our country, yeah, go ahead and subscribe, because I'm going to be talking about, I just summed up everything that I've kind of been looking at, from the crime, the rise of crime, the rise of rent, you feel me, of all this stuff, the eviction rise, the pullback of the eviction moratorium, all these things that's been taking place. I'm going to be covering different stories. I had a lot of them saved anyways because I was watching them and following it, but it's like, yo, why don't I just put this on my page just to keep you guys updated as well? Where are you at right now? Has inflation, has this economy been hitting you right now? What about with the job? We're mostly at Amazon. I've seen a lot of your guys' posts. Yo, Prime Day was a regular day. That's not good. Do you remember what I said about Prime Day? Do you remember? That's going to be an indication on where we're headed. If you had a regular Prime Day, my friend, in about 2-3 weeks is going to be very slow, because Prime Day is a peak. It is a height day in the year of our company. Anyways, that was my rant for today. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to share this video with somebody. And I got more videos coming. Yes, this is my song. Be sure to stream and support it if you like it. Uplifting music, positive music, motivational music. This is your boy SB. Let's go.
Look, they say I couldn't do it, but I did. Turn stacks to a crib. Yeah, going up, going in. Let them sleep, bedtime, tuck them in. If I'm alive, I'ma live. Mama said if you gon' do it big. Yeah, motivated till the end. Never break, never bend. Finna have them like, whoa.